You're all gonna hate me. I don't remember the plot to this one. They all blend together.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those ones like it's going to be like the old days where we disagreed about movies very strongly.
Yeah, except I'll be honest, the only thing I don't think I'm wrong about is that they all blend together. But other than that, I might be in the wrong here.
I was going to say this is like National Lampoon's Spider-Man Vacation.
Yes, it is. Those also all blend together.
The National Lampoon movies?
Yeah. Or as I'm learning from my wife, the Ernest movies.
Wait, is that one we're going to do? Christmas
National
Vacation?
Lampoon?
Christmas
Sure,
Vacation?
we made it. The decision right here, nice and live.
We might do that one. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. We'll figure it out.
Chevy Chase is an American treasure, and no one should ever think otherwise.
I don't know. I've heard he's kind of a jerk, so.
Okay, well, I mean, you're allowed to have opinions, I guess. Are you going to...
We do have opinions. Yes, this is Full-Time Movie Fans. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Or if this is your first time, welcome. I'm host Jarvis. This is host. He doesn't like to say anymore, but...
If you don't know, that's fine.
If you don't know by now, go watch one of the other videos when he used to introduce himself, and you can figure it out from there. But this is second host.
Now recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah, you can't see. You can't see, but we can see, and they're just staring at us.
That's the whole point of the live studio audience, Travis. Is that you don't see them, you just hear them vaguely from the back.
Yeah, I like to imagine that there are millions of people watching us, even though they're not yet. Like and subscribe. Yeah, we're doing Spider-Man. We already did Spider-Man, the first one, Homecoming.
Yes, we did.
Spider-Man Goes to Prom, basicry.
Which was the other name of the movie.
Yeah, it was one of the ones.
And this one's Spider-Man Goes to Italy.
Yeah, the Spiderman's European Vacation.
You got there.
Yeah, we got there sometime.
National Spider-Man Christmas Italian Vacation.
So here's one thing. I think a lot of people don't like it, like you, but I actually really liked, quote unquote, the realism of like following a high school teenager that has superpowers, because it's like even in the first one, we see where he's trying
the realism in that one, yeah,
where he's trying to find. He's like sitting around waiting for stuff to happen. So he's waiting. Oh, Happy will give me a mission. He's literally just sitting on top of roofs, doing flips and, doing whatever. Playing
TikTok
on his phone.
dances.
Yeah, playing on his phone, waiting. Because I was like, think about it. If you had superpowers, most of your day would be pretty like just waiting for something bad to happen in your area.
Yeah.
So you'd be pretty bored for the most part. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I helped a friend in high school make a really dumb short bit about Spider-Man's day-to-day.
Yeah.
Where he wakes up in the costume, tired.
Yeah.
Eats his breakfast but can't get the cereal in his mouth because, the mask.
Yeah.
Takes a shower and just waterboards himself. That was the bit I thought I'd share with you. It's called Spider Sad.
Yeah.
Good luck finding that one.
It's out there somewhere.
It is out there.
If you do find it, put it in the comments. Link the video.
Yeah,
because I want to watch that.
Tell me your favorite part of Spider. I'll pull it up right now.
Spider
Who cares?
Sad?
We'll watch it.
Is that what you called it? Spider Sad?
We'll watch it and they'll watch us watching it. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. Yeah, it's called Spider Sad.
Yeah. So, but again, this is him. He's like, okay, look. Yeah, the first one he was all about, hey man, I just want to be an Avenger. I want to be a big, strong superhero that everybody loves.
Yeah.
And then he realized at the end, no, maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And then a bunch of stuff happens.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about it because this is what we do.
And that's what that is. So, Jarvis, what was your first impression of the movie?
Dude, so I don't know if I said this in the first one, in the Homecoming, but I'm pretty sure I did. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, so there's major bias here. This is not going to be an unbiased review from me. Everything that I say that's positive is extremely biased because that is what we talked about. Like, it is so near and dear to me and part of my childhood that I just love Spider-Man's character. I love the fact that, life is really difficult for him, but he perseveres. He's a much better person than I am because I just got mad that I couldn't get the cards I needed to draw in the tournament.
I did hear about this.
Bro,
I did hear about this last night. Yeah,
dude, it was so bad. So, I mean, that's nowhere near what Peter Parker had to go through. So if I can't even handle that, then.
But new idea forming, Steven, write this down. Also, we have an assistant production technician, Steven. Steven, write this down. Spider-Man plays card games.
Oh man!
All right, we'll do that later.
Yeah. That could be your part 2 from Spider Sad.
Yeah, it's Spider Mad.
Yeah, there you go. It goes to Spider Mad. Yep. But so I'll say that like any new Spider-Man movie that was coming out, I was excited for. I was excited for this one. I absolutely loved it. The only Spider-Man movie I really didn't like was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the third movie.
I don't know. That one's pretty good.
I think you say good, but you mean good in the bad way because it's so bad that you like it.
I don't know. Even Peter Parker kind of does something.
Yeah, I know. He does the
He changed
hip thrusts and
everything we
guns.
knew could be a movie about superheroes.
I hate it so much. But this one was great. And like I said, I love the fact that we really get to see, I think, a more realistic, like because he's just very like, I just want to be a kid right now. Like, I just want to enjoy my time. I want to talk to the girl that I like. I want to see if she likes me back. And that's it. Like, when I get home, I'll deal with the superhero stuff. Right now, I just want to have a vacation. So, first impressions, really liked it. Really liked it.
Cool.
I liked it. What about you?
That's it. That's it, huh? I watched it on an airplane on my phone, and I went, yeah, I haven't seen this one yet, and I thought it was neat, the premise, and I like the bad guy. It's pretty cool.
You like the bad guy like Mysterio, or you like the bad guys in Jake Gyllenhaal?
Okay, well, spoilers. Yeah, I think Jake Gyllenhaal's kind of neat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say cute, and I was gonna be like, yeah, I agree.
Jake Gyllenhaal's kind of cute. Yes, thank you. I mean, see, we should have an audience more often. A live studio audience. Live confirmation bias.
Yeah, with just commentary from the crowd every so often.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just your commentary.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be, can you imagine like 15 people just back there?
Yeah. That'd be, hey, let's make it happen.
Yeah. Maybe when we get
full-time movie fans live.
Maybe if we can get monetized, then we can afford to have a studio audience.
I think people would pay.
We'll feed them with pizza and soda.
Dozens of dollars.
Dozen
of dollars. So $12 to watch us do this live, which is pretty much the same as watching us do it here. So, I mean, like if you're really tired, just like throw it on.
Yeah.
Let us lull you to sleep.
Play it on loop overnight.
Which is a good idea. You guys should do that. You should watch these while you sleep. Ah! Okay, so now that we're now that you're awake, my impressions of the movie are that when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good.
On a plane.
And then I immediately forgot everything about it afterwards.
See, that's for me, that's not a sign of a good movie. That would make me feel like you don't like this movie, because when I would say something like that, my experience with that is Borderlands.
Okay,
I literally could not remember.
Counter argument: if I like the Spider-Man movies and they all blend together, they're all good. I just can't remember what happens to which one. Which I also, that's like a general complaint I have with Marvel stuff, is that it all kind of blends together.
Well, yeah, they've been doing it for how long?
Yeah.
15 years.
At some point, it's like, oh, yeah, the movie with Captain America in it. Captain America. And they go, no, I'm talking about Civil War. Like, no, you're thinking of Endgame. Like, there's just too many of them now that they all kind of blend together. And I really think that the Spider-Man movies are a victim of that.
You know what hasn't blended together?
What?
Even though there's billions of them?
Okay, go ahead.
Humans.
Yeah, you need
racism is still a problem. So
you need a pretty big blender for that.
Basically, racism is still a problem. We need to blend better as humanity, human race.
Yeah, we need to blend together as humidity. Jarvis, I'm gonna be real with you for a minute. I'm having a real hard time getting into real serious movie review mode because
fine,
I've
bro.
been doing. I don't know if you've seen them yet. I've been doing on my own channel little YouTube shorts of bad movie reviews.
Yeah,
and it's really hard for me
why?
to take it seriously.
You know why I see them?
Why?
Because I'm subscribed.
Like a true American, Driver said subscribe to me.
Yeah, bro. I subscribe to all of your whatever I can subscribe
Thank
to.
you. Thank you.
Even the stuff we can't talk about on YouTube.
Yeah.
Your other side hustle. But anyways, yeah, so
If y'all need feet pics, keep going.
So you like the movie, but you can't remember it. That's your conclusion? Yeah. Okay.
That's
all
my
right.
conclusion.
That's different.
That and I would argue that all of the Spider-Man movies are structured the same, almost the exact same from beginning to end.
What do you mean all of the Spider-Man movies?
All of the new Spider-Man movies,
Okay.
All three of them,
I was going to say
are the
because I
exact
don't think
same.
so. I think these
No, the older ones they vary a lot. I also can't remember what happens in the Tobey Maguire second Spider-Man movie though.
I think I just have a
No, wait, that's Doc Ock. Never mind.
Oh,
I know exactly what happens to that movie.
Dude, that movie's so
I changed my
good.
mind.
That movie's so good.
Yeah.
So great.
And the third one's Sandman.
Yeah, but we're not here to talk about Sandman or Doc
Dude,
Ock.
I
We're here to
fucking
talk
love
about-
the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
I do too.
Let's do the
They're great.
Dr. Octopus is so cool.
Alfred Molina, so
Yeah.
good.
Let's
Well,
talk
I
about
can't
that
wait
one
to-
instead.
Well, yeah. Well, when we get to the cool thing is when we get to No Way Home, we get to talk about Doc Ock, which I love.
Why?
Because he's Alfred Molina and he's great.
Oh, yeah, just in general? I mean, we could talk about him now.
No, we'll talk about it in the next one. Yeah, man. Hey, A++ movie reviews we're doing here.
Like I said, I'm having a hard
The
time
good stuff.
switching.
Yeah,
I'm having
that's
a real
okay.
hard time switching.
No worries, man. We're trying to have fun. We want you guys to have fun with us. So that being said, I guess we should start getting into the plot.
Yep, so much like the
want me-
first Spider-Man. Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I did watch.
I will do what I did last time and just
I
keep us on track here.
I did recently watch this one. So, this one it kind of is again, it's just a normal. They're following normal teenage stuff. Get me started. What's the opening?
In Extento, Mexico.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Nick Fury.
I got it. All right. So yeah. So Nick Fury and Maria Hill show up. There's this big thing that happened in Mexico. The whole town was destroyed.
Say the name of the city.
No, I refuse. I refuse to do that. A city in Mexico got destroyed, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on here?" They said that this tornado had a face, and they're like, "That's weird." And then from there, we go to Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to
New York.
Yeah, we cut to Peter Parker in New York, and he's, I think, at school. I can't remember.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the fact that between the first movie and this movie, all of the Avengers movies basically happen?
Oh yeah, that's true. The blip and they got to tell all that stuff together. I remember it opens with in memoriam of Iron Man, Tony Stark. He died, very sad, and they're like, "Hey man," they're playing sad music, and they're like, "Thank you, Mr. Stark. You were the best. Thanks for saving us and bringing us all back from being disappeared."
Yeah, the blip.
They called it the blip. Yeah, everybody was blipped back. And so, yeah, basically the beginning is just kind of expository, like, oh, yeah, hey, remember? It's like the recap.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember?
Yeah, you guys know that you guys remember the other movies
remember when
that
Thanos
happened?
did that thing and we were all gone? Well, now we're back. And we're the same age because we got blipped.
Yep.
And everybody else grew up past us.
Yep.
And so there's a whole joke about the one guy's little brother is older than him now.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of those kids is like super cool, and now he's trying to impress MJ because he likes her.
And Flash
This
is
is Zendaya.
Flash, but
Flash is still Flash. He's a big Spider-Man stan now,
mm-hmm.
which is funny. Creates for some comedic events. And now they're going on a trip. Going on a trip to Europe.
Yep. 2-week
That was a-
Europe trip
Yep.
in the summer.
In the summer. Everybody's excited. Ned is definitely down to meet some European ladies.
Some European baddies.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this in the first one. Well, not you and me. I mean, me and Sybil.
What are you talking about?
From Homecoming. She was doing the review.
She did?
Yeah, it's one of our best episodes ever.
That's so sad for me.
It's really good though.
Oh no.
I rewatched it. It's really good.
I gotta step it up. My wife's showing me up
Yeah,
now.
she's gonna take your job. So okay, now I got distracted.
Yeah, they're going to Europe.
I was gonna say Ned is still on his character's the continuity is still there. He's just about the ladies. He's trying to meet some European, like you said, baddies, as you put it.
Yes. And Nick Fury is trying to get Peter to be new Tony Stark.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Because I don't care about your European trip. We're trying to save the world here.
Yeah. And he basically orchestrated everything behind the scenes, the whole trip, to be where he wanted him to be.
Yeah.
And then, there's just normal stuff. Peter's trying to he's like looking at MJ the whole time, trying to figure out. There it is. Stay hydrated, bro. He's trying to. He's like hyper focused on MJ. Just makes sense. I think we've all been there. Not hyper focused on MJ, but I mean,
hyper focused on Zendaya specifically.
Some people have. I'm sure some people are.
Thanks for getting me rubbing my eyes, Steven. Really appreciate that one.
I mean, just in high school where we had our crush and we were just hyper focused on him.
Yeah.
So that's what Peter's doing. He's trying to orchestrate, sitting next to her. He fails. Nick Fury's better at orchestrating stuff behind the scenes.
For sure.
Peter's constantly failing. He literally gets caught with his pants down.
Because he's changing into his Spider-Man outfit.
Yeah, he's talking to a clandestine European spy, and he gets caught in a compromised situation. But anyways, so he's just trying to enjoy this trip. Nick Fury is trying to figure out these elemental issues, and a water one shows up while they're in Venice.
Doesn't Nick Fury also give Peter the glasses? Or is that after this one?
I think it's after the water fight, because he shows up in his room and he tranquilizes Ned in the neck.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. So basically, they're all.
I usually do this part for the two of you, just so you know, our
Yeah.
studio audience. I usually do this part, but because I, honest to God, can't remember any of it. Jarvis is doing it. The recap of what happens in the movie.
Yeah. So
they've gotten better now that I pull up a synopsis on IMDb to keep us grounded.
yeah, I usually try to watch these movies hours before we record. Did not get to for No Way Home, but I have a decent memory and I remember that one too, and I love it so much. So basically, they're enjoying their trip. Everything seems normal. Peter's trying to get a necklace for MJ.
A Black Dahlia.
Yeah, they have a fun little back and forth where Zendaya or MJ shows up and she's like, I just learned the best phrase ever. And she's like, it's Bo. And Peter's like, what does that mean? This means I don't know, get out of my face, whatever. You can use it for anything. And some guy comes up trying to sell him flowers and she just says that and his face gets all right, fine. And he leaves and he's like, wow, that's impressive. She's like, yeah, I know. I was born to say this word. And then she goes, what you got in that bag? And he's like, Bo. And then it's like, oh, she's like, fair. So that was cute.
Respect.
And that's when the elemental attacked.
Yeah. And that's when the Fire Nation attacked.
That's when the fire elemental attacked. No, actually,
it's the water one.
And the whole city gets destroyed, and we get to see Mysterio for the first time. Go ahead. You want to say something? Your mouth's open like you want to speak words.
So Mysterio shows up, and he takes care of the water elemental, and then he goes...
Well, he's shooting, like, green stuff out of his hands. He's doing all kinds of...
Yeah, man, he's the Green Lantern.
Great.
And then he shows up in front of everybody, and Nick Fury goes, you good guy?" And he goes, "The elementals, they come back at a specific time in specific order. My world was taken by them. Please, Nicholas Fury, I'm our only hope to save humanity." And he goes, "Okay,
Yeah, sure.
works for me.
Welcome to our secret society.
Welcome
Here's
to
all the secrets."
the Avengers. There's 2 of you currently."
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I mean, he makes a big old fuss about being a cool flying superhero.
Yeah. Oh, and
Can find out stuff.
then Peter gets the glasses.
Yes. So Nick Fury's like, "Hey, we need you to." Well, he basically has tried to call Peter several times.
Yeah.
Peter is sending him to voicemail, which
Like I do regularly.
Yeah. Whenever I try to call him, he's just sending me a voicemail constantly. You're the Peter Parker to my Nick Fury, I guess, regarding that.
I'm busy.
And my whole life is just about you.
Damn right. As it should be.
Yeah.
Take notes, everybody.
This is how life is supposed to be. And so Nick Fury just shows up in his room. Ned is there, walks in after Nick Fury has revealed himself. He tranquilizes Ned in the neck. And a little bit where people keep showing up. Mm-hmm. Fury's getting more and more irritated. He's like, if someone else comes in, I'm going to kill them. And basically gives them the glasses. Look, Tony left these for you. What are these glasses?
There's Edith, which stands for Even Dead, I'm the Hero.
Classic Tony.
Tony Stark's way of trying to make sure somebody that he can trust takes over the mantle of things.
I feel like you want to be the levels of just, what do you call it? Whatever Tony Stark is about himself. I feel like that's how you want to be. Hey, even though I'm not here, I'm still in charge. But
yeah, I'm in a megalomania. Yeah, I'm the Megamind.
Yeah,
and it's me. I'm the Megamind now. Is the thing that Megamind says.
Yeah, and so he gives him these glasses that apparently control
everything,
billions of dollars worth of like tech that can destroy the world.
It is what the movie people call a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, explain what that means in English.
So a Deus Ex Machina
translates from Spanish to English.
It's Latin. Oh. Translates into God the Machine, which is just a term to be like, yeah, and the hero gets saved because they do.
Plot armor.
Yeah.
So
it's an explanation for plot armor.
Yeah. So he gets these crazy, insane, powerful glasses. Almost accidentally kills one of his classmates, the one that's trying to get his girl, which is fair. I mean, can't take your girl if he's dead, right?
Yeah.
So
true.
He's trying to figure this out. And basically he's meeting with Quentin Beck, our Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, whenever they can to plan and a game plan to fight these elementals.
Yeah, and every time that Peter tries to use the glasses, it ends up not working correctly.
So literally they're going around to different spots. Of course, Nick Fury is planning their trip so Peter can be where he needs Peter to be. And he finally is getting a moment with MJ where he's like, "Hey, I want to be around you." And she's like, "Yeah, I'll save you a seat."
Yeah.
And he's got to go because he's Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Because of the great power, great responsibility stuff, which hasn't happened yet, by the way, but he still understands that premise a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, protect humanity, even though I don't know these Europeans. They're not my friends, but they're in danger, so I'm going to help them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that line being said.
Yeah. That's what he was thinking. You're reading between the lines. He doesn't owe these Europeans anything, but he's going to help them anyways.
Yeah.
As Night Monkey. Mm-hmm. But anyways, he leaves to get with Mysterio and fight this fire elemental, the Fire Lord.
Yeah.
This time.
The Phoenix King, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah.
The Phoenix King of Ozai.
Okay. And
okay.
Of course, that goes as normal. They win. It looks difficult.
MJ almost dies.
Yeah. Oh, he
Ned almost
during
dies.
that fight, he accidentally hits one of the drones out.
Yeah, and then
it's
funky.
Which we saw that drone. We saw that drone earlier when the
bus.
Yeah, when he almost killed his teammate or his classmate. So he knocks one of these out. That becomes important because they find the pieces later. This is when he is also still trying to talk to MJ, and they find a piece of this drone.
Yeah.
And
then they go back to then they go back to Berlin.
Yeah. Now you share some stuff.
Yeah. So the next thing that happens is that Beck takes Peter out for a drink because he can drink in Europe. He doesn't though, and is like, so what do you think, man? We're like the new team. We're the Avengers or something. And you got those funky glasses, so obviously Tony Stark trusts you to be the new Tony Stark. And Peter's like, man, you took care of that entire thing on your own. I barely did anything. Yeah. I actually almost died, and other people almost got killed. So like, don't want these. I don't want to be superhero. I want to be kid. I want to kiss girl.
Well, then, he says like, hey, what do you want? And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, no, seriously, like right now, what do you want? He's like, dude, I want to go back with my friends, and I want to talk to the girl that I like, and I want to maybe kiss her. I think that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
And then some stranger walks by and is like, hey, I think you dropped these. And then that's when the glasses get reintroduced. Bro, those are the glasses. You left them on the ground. That's so irresponsible. And he's like, man, I don't even want this stuff. Yeah. You can have it.
So he gives it to Mysterio. And as soon as he does, it quite literally is like all right, guys, we did it. Good job.
Yeah, he leaves.
And then like an entire team of people appear.
The whole pub changes.
Yeah.
It's not even a pub. It's like this worn out little thing, and nobody noticed.
It's all projections. All projection. The power projection mapping. I've been saying this for years.
The illusions are so good.
People don't understand the cool things you can do with projectors nowadays. You could have things there. You could not have things there. It's really cool stuff.
Yeah, most of the patrons weren't even real. I think there's only a few that were real.
I might not even be real.
I know. I think you're an illusion. Oh, no, that's your face.
Steven looks...
Just like I remember.
Steven is verklempt back there. That's for the 100th episode.
That's the 100th episode special.
Yeah, that's for the 100,000 subscriber special.
No, that's for our 1,000th subscriber. Once we hit
1,000,
yeah, 1,000.
Go big or go home, brother. 100.
No, we gotta give them something to get to the next. From 1,000 to 10,000
subscribers. The 10 subscriber special. 10 more subscribers, I'll do something cool.
Oh, we'll do it.
Oh, we'll do 10
subscribers.
Yeah. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Don't give us 10 subscribers.
Yeah, because it'll happen, and we don't want that. But
anyways, Beck goes back to Nick Fury and is like, "Yeah, the kid's out."
we learned that.
I'll take care of it now.
We learned that Beck is just disgruntled Tony Stark employee.
It actually says the word disgruntled ex-Stark employee.
I didn't read that, but
that's really funny.
Well, that's what it is. He literally just goes back and says, okay.
He can't cancel Tony Stark because he's dead. Yeah. So instead, he's doing the next best thing.
Tony stole my tech, my hologram tech, and then he's like, remember that one guy that got yelled at by the bald guy who said, Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps? Which is your favorite line, I think.
It's a really good line.
And so it's that guy. He's there with his anger towards Tony. And there's another guy who is like, hey, good job on creating the story of me being from a different universe. They actually bought it. Haha. You know what I mean? And then go ahead.
MJ, who is now safe, goes, "You're Spider-Man, aren't you?"
And he goes, yeah, kind of.
And then they kiss?
And he's like, now we kiss? And they do.
And they do.
They're about to.
But then something happens.
Of course.
Another elemental somehow shows up immediately.
And then later they find a part of the
the projector,
the lens.
The projector did the thing.
Projector did part of it.
Y'all following this over here?
Yeah,
This making sense to y'all?
Yeah,
very
you remember
good.
that, guys? You remember that one time when the projector did that thing?
Yeah.
And they found it.
And
on
now
the
it's
bridge?
back.
Yeah. And then Quentin Beck, I think he goes back and they're testing, they're planning the next script for the next big.
And he's
fight.
fighting.
And then he realizes that one of the drones didn't make it back.
Yeah.
It got destroyed. And then Quentin's like, "This is a big problem." He's like, "What? It's not a big deal. We got like 1 billion of these things." He's like, "No, this is a very big deal. And if you don't fix it, I'm going to hit you really hard in the face or something."
Yeah, because he doesn't really have anything going for him.
He definitely has some anger issues, I think.
Yeah. He's very disgruntled.
Yeah.
And doesn't have a job anymore.
Well, his job is lying to people and pretending he's a superhero. How are they getting paid for this? Where do they get all the money for?
What is that about?
Where did they get all the money for this?
Anyways.
Don't ask questions. Watch the movie and just know that things are happening.
Peter apparently got arrested. That was cool. In the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah. That was a cute scene.
Yeah. And then he woke up and the other guys in the jail cell listened to his problems and were very nice.
Yeah.
And then he needed to get out so that he could go save the world and was like, "Oh, we just need to ask the officer." And they were like, "Yeah, he's not going to let you out." And so Peter just leaves.
And the other guys, they just stay in there because they got
because they're good guys.
They're good people
that got arrested for being good.
Try that in America.
Yeah. You'll probably make it, let's be real. Anyways, so Peter now unable to contact anybody except for Happy.
Yeah.
And is now trying to stop Beck from destroying a bunch of stuff because there's no reason to.
He's been found out. He's a bad guy.
Yeah. And then a bunch of really cool stuff happens where you don't know if anything's real or not.
He tried to use the drones to assassinate Maria Hill and
yes.
And that's how they figured it out.
Yeah.
They're like, "Uh-oh, those things aren't supposed to kill us."
And Peter goes back and forth between trying to figure out what's real and what's not, and discovers Spidey senses.
Hey, he's got him. His Peter Tingle works.
Yeah, and at some point, somebody in the movie said something like, "Hey, you don't always have to see to believe. You just have to feel," or some shit like that. I don't know. And so he closes his eyes and he goes and kills Quentin Beck. That's not actually what happens, but that'd be really cool.
You skip so much.
And then the fight scene, it switches around, and a bunch of weird stuff happens, and it's crazy.
He gets with Happy because now Quentin is after his friends, and they all have to get together. He builds a suit from Tony Stark's tech.
Oh yeah,
in the jet.
And where Happy picked him up.
Yep. And then Happy ends up on a little crazy adventure side quest with the rest of the kiddos, and they get into some dungeon armory, and these drones are trying to kill him, and
they start swinging around maces and stuff.
Yeah, and Peter says, "No, not on my watch." And he goes, Oh, dude, we still have to do that movie. It's so good. Everybody loves Jurassic Park. You shut your mouth, you little liar. I know you've seen.
So Jurassic Park's kind of like Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah.
Where they go to a place far away from home,
and crazy stuff happens,
and you don't know if any of it's real because the dinosaurs were actually puppets.
It's basically the same movie.
But in the movie, they're real dinosaurs, but they made the dinosaurs puppets. I swapped straight back into bad movie review, didn't I?
It's the same movie. So now it's Peter versus Mysterio. Mysterio's doing his last thing. He's like, "Okay, here's the last elemental. We're gonna make a big show of it, and we're gonna have the drones kill everyone." And Peter again, no, and he
don't do that.
Yep, nope.
No.
He figures it out. He's web slinging on drones. He's tearing apart. He's tearing apart Quinn's plans. But I mean, there's some cool scene where he actually meets him, and he's doing all the crazy illusion stuff before this big fight. I missed it, and then that's when Peter gets hit by the train and he ends up in the prison.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of cool
But then there's more of it, and so it's.
Yeah.
it all happens again.
Yeah, and then
It's neat.
yeah, Peter's getting beat up, and then he does the whole spider sense thing. He senses the drone, or he senses Quentin trying to shoot him with the gun. He sees Quentin in front of him, but he does the spidey sense, grabs the gun from the side, and he's like, "I got you, fool."
Yeah. And then a drone hits Quentin Beck, and Quentin Beck dies.
Yeah, and then Peter goes home. Him and MJ, I think they kissed already.
And everything's great.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happens.
And then
a mid-credit scene where
on the news
where J.K. Simmons
as
J. Jonah Jameson. He goes,
one of the best.
Peter Parker's the Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I saw his ass in a picture.
One of the best castings, I think.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man's ass.
Or his feet.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man's feet. I'll pay top dollar.
And he says, and if you want to know who has the same feet as Spider-Man, it's
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. Because he plays a video that Quentin Beck recorded and altered that said,
please
Peter Parker,
help me, Peter Parker's killing
trying to kill me. He's got control of these crazy drones. And
then the movie ends.
He's the bad guy.
That's the movie.
Yeah, Quentin Beck died.
Yep.
He's dead. No more Mysterio. Bye, Mysterio. And see, you know what's funny? Because when we get in No Way Home, Peter's just like all about saving the bad guys. I'm like, wow, you want to save everybody else's bad guys that got killed by Spider-Man's, but not yours? Quentin died, bro. You killed him.
He's not back. There's no way to save him.
Yeah, exactly. There was no way home.
Yeah, there was no way home for Quentin Beck.
Because he's dead.
A.K.A. Mysterio.
Yeah. So that's
A.K.A. Rey Mysterio.
Not junior, though. Senior.
Yeah. Esquire, the third.
So this is Spider-Man 2 with Tom Holland. Did you have anything to say about the movie?
Yeah. My wife is actually heavily opinionated about this one. She thinks it's the worst of the new Spider-Man movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's mostly because she likes Mysterio as a character, like in the comics. And Mysterio has like actual superpowers that are cool and interesting and in depth. And they just went, hey, instead of actually having superpowers, let's just make him a fraud.
Are you sure? Now, I'm going to say this. I am not a comic book reader. I do get my comic book knowledge from someone else, but I was under the impression, if I remember correctly, that he didn't have powers. He was just a very good, like, special effects guy. And in the comics, that's what he did, is he created elaborate, like, practical and special effects to confuse his enemies and trap them. Yeah, go ahead, look it up if you want to. I'm confident.
I'm not going to look it up.
Okay. Don't look it up. But, so this, I was very curious as to how that would work out in today's modern era, and I thought they did okay with making Mysterio seem real and how he did his things. It was believable. She's not going to answer.
She's probably not going to answer.
She's not going to answer.
Hey, real quick.
Uh-huh.
Does Mysterio in the comics have real superpowers or fake ones?
I'm fairly certain he has real ones. Like the original one is like a magic user.
Okay, that's all I need. Thanks.
Okay. I could also be mistaken.
Okay.
Please don't.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
There you have it. Put in the comments if you actually know. And tell us, does he have actual powers or does he not?
She's no longer with us, but I still hear her voice sometimes.
Rest in peace, Sybil. That's why your one video that you did. Well,
we watched Hot Frost yesterday, and she's never been the same.
You can't after watching that.
No,
it changes
no,
you.
Can't.
It changes you on a fundamental level.
So there's been 3 second Spider-Man movies. Do you think this one is the best of them?
Oh, it's the second best of the 3.
It's because the Tobey Maguire one's the best one?
Yes, because
for sure. I agree with that.
It's one of the best Spider-Man superhero movies, in my opinion, with Alfred Molina. We're going to talk about this in No Way Home, but seriously, it's so good. You know what? I'm gonna go home after we record.
And you're gonna watch Spider-Man 2?
Yes, because it's so good.
It is a good movie.
Gosh, it's so good.
I was
Sam Raimi.
a big Spider-Man 2 fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Sam Raimi did that, and it was perfect. The horror aspects that he did with the fall, with the arms going everywhere, killing all the doctors when he wakes up. So good, so good. But we're talking about No Way Home and Spider-Man's European vacation.
So this was the first Marvel movie after Endgame, wasn't it? No, yes.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. It was so long.
Which kind of like solidified everybody's opinion of what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
Which either they were going to like reset or not really reset, but like go back to individual stories and hunker down, or really hammer in the, hey, you got to watch all these to keep up now.
Yeah.
And it was very much the, hey, you got to watch all these to keep up now.
Yeah.
Which, as we've now learned, bad move, because it did not end up working out. You put one or two stinkers in there, right? No, then everyone's like, I'll pass.
Yeah, and they don't know what's going on because there's that one thing that happened.
I think that is exactly what's happened, is that everyone was like, damn, these movies are good and they all connect together. And then a couple of them were bad, and then people showed up to the next okay one and they were like, I'm missing something. Yeah. This probably isn't a good thing.
It's the Disney Plus shows. I think that's what threw it
I think
off.
You're right with that.
Because
not that they were bad. Well, no, not that all of them were bad.
Yes. To be honest with you, when it comes to the Disney Plus, the only ones that really didn't hit for me were Secret Invasion and Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
You like She-Hulk?
I did. I actually did. I did, man. You know why? Because of all the stuff that's happening with Marvel, actually watching something that was so different and unique, I was down for it. I laughed, had a good time. Michael, where'd you go? Where did he go? It wasn't, look, I'll admit, it wasn't what everybody was expecting or even wanted, but I took it for what it was, and it was enjoyable. I
whatever they're paying you to say this, I'll double it.
No.
Okay, you should be free. Dude, you should be free from whatever they're trying to do, make you do.
Here's the truth. Unpaid for, unsponsored. Trust me. If you saw my bank, look, you're gonna, bro. You wanna know how bad it is? I'm literally gonna pull up my bank account. This is how bad it is for me right now. Trust me, nobody is paying me. Look, these are all my accounts right now. Look at that.
Hey, you get so many zeros in there.
Yeah, right. You mean the zeros before the decimal point? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know they made so many zeros.
Yeah, dude, this is my literal situation. Nobody's paying me. So I was experiencing Marvel fatigue for sure. And I'm like, you know what? Give me something that's just different. So I accepted She-Hulk is something that was just off the wall, so different. I was like, man, you know what? Something to break up the monotony. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And also I felt the same way about the Kamala Khan, the Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that too. It was fun. It was just fun. I think it's one of the lowest rated.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I think it was one of the lowest rated on Disney Plus.
I can call Sybil again if you want.
No, just Google we'll Google the stats afterwards. But I think it was one of the lowest watched shows. But dude, again, I just had fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. I wasn't trying to expect it to be something. I just watched it with an open mind. As we hope all our viewers do when they click on our videos. Just watch it with an open mind, please.
Here's just a random review of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, which is the full title of the show. 1 out of 5 stars. I have all of the She-Hulk comic runs from Savage She-Hulk #1 to present day run currently sold in your comic book shops at the time of this Disney Plus show released. She is one. Jesus, this is long. She is one of my favorite Marvel women and ought to be treated with respect while having a lot of fun. But the MCU failed to capture the charm, fun, and heart of the lovely green lawyer from the comics. This show suffers from the same problems that the MCU Phase 4 has, and it doesn't know what it wants to be. It has rejected its former audience that made an epic success from an entirely imagined one instead. and it doesn't know where it's going. That's not even half of the review, but that seems to be.
That just sounds like every other
good
critic of everything that nobody liked. You look up a Last Jedi review, you're gonna hear someone saying the same thing.
Well, how about this one that says it's not unwatchable, it's just not good.
I disagree. I think that's the thing is like when you have source material like that, it's hard to live up to the source material, especially when it's been going on for much, much longer. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. I thought she was funny. I enjoyed the comedic aspects of it. It was fine. I don't hate it. So anyways.
I didn't watch it, but I saw clips on TikTok, and yeah, it's bad. Not even subjectively, it's objectively bad. Steven loves it when I take hard stances on shit.
Sorry.
He's a big fan of hard stances.
My hard stances, I disagree with you. But
that's fine. We're all wrong sometimes.
Yeah. Some more than others. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody has a right to their own opinion.
Yeah,
but,
even the wrong ones.
Yeah, especially, like I said, we pissed off a whole bunch of people on our Last Jedi review because they were just like, it's bad. And we're like, actually, it's objectively good.
Anyways, let's see how much money this movie
hit us with some fun facts about this movie, can you?
Who wants to guess the budget? 2 million. 3 million. Okay, we got 3 million. Do I hear 4?
I think isn't it like 300 million?
It was 160 million estimated. $160 million to make this movie.
Probably 300
Why are you laughing so hard over there? That shows how far off you normies feel movies cost to make over here.
The Goofy movie made in 1995 had a budget of 14 million, didn't you say?
Yeah, it was $14 million.
Yeah.
That animated movie. Isn't that crazy?
Also, guys, the Goofy movie review is up. And so go and watch that after this if you want.
All right, so now that we know the budget, who wants to guess how much the movie made worldwide?
I want to say
okay. All right, he said 400 million.
I want to say 800 million.
Okay, 800 million. You got a guess over there? Something like that. Okay. $1.1 billion.
Dude, I'm telling
Still far off, brother.
Spider-Man.
You gotta work on that.
Spider-Man is beloved.
Yeah,
the
so
world, dude.
so this isn't...
There's only... How many Marvel movies have crossed the billion marker?
Quite a few of them.
I think the big Avengers ones,
it's
right?
under 10, but it's quite a few of them.
Damn, Marvel just keeps making that money.
Yeah, that's why they continue to just do whatever they want, regardless of if people actually think it's good or not at this point.
No, that's not true. They've canceled a bunch of stuff that I've wanted to see more of.
Yeah?
Not just She-Hulk.
Did you know that they reshot
Eternals.
the new Captain America movie twice now? And it's supposed to come out in a month or something?
They reshot the whole movie? I don't believe that.
They did twice. They did twice.
They may have done reshoots, but I don't think they reshot the whole movie.
They did because the first one tested terribly, and so they reshot it with a new script, and then the reshoot edit tested poorly, and so that's when they did just reshoots of the second.
Reshoots of the reshoots?
Yeah.
That doesn't make me feel good.
No. No, it does not. It shouldn't. Which sucks because the trailer looks like it might be good.
If I wanna be an optimist and look on the bright side, I could say compare it to the Sonic situation.
Yeah, true.
Where he was
true. But I have we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit because I have a conspiracy theory about that one.
Okay.
That I'm very dead set on for that one.
Okay.
And I'm a big Sonic fan.
And a big conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Person.
They call me QAnon.
Yeah.
In the streets.
That's you. That's your middle name, I thought.
No.
Michael QAnon Godfrey. Okay. So
Thanks for doxing me.
Let's wrap this
What's
up.
your middle name, Drivers? Let's find out, shall we?
Your last name on the show.
Hold on. Jarvis's middle name is Frank, just so you guys know.
I got it from my grandpa and my great grandpa.
Didn't ask.
Well.
Just put the fries in the bag.
You know what? Let's. Do you have anything else any other cool facts about Spider-Man. This one's
Yeah, dude, Spider-Man's really cool. That's my fun fact. Oh, you know what? It might be the third best second Spider-Man movie.
Oh, you're right. You're right, because we forgot about
the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Which might actually be the first best.
Yes. I'm really curious to see the third movie.
Which also is going through reshoots.
If it sticks the landing, it will
redraws.
It might be the best Spider-Man trilogy ever.
Oh, for sure.
So it's already.
Oh, for sure.
It's already almost there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. Third best. The first being, the Tobey Maguire's Doc Ock. Number one. The Spider-Verse sequel, and then Far From Home.
Yeah.
And then
I think that fits.
And then Amazing Spider-Man.
Which is sad, but
with
Andrew Garfield,
Electro.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that's it.
I'm going to go on a tangent real quick. You ready for this tangent that vaguely relates to Spider-Man? Because I watched a video on this earlier, but it's not about Spider-Man. Spider-Man was just brought up in it. So anybody remember the show Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide?
No, that was
okay, we got one.
That was after my time.
We got one. Okay, so it was a show for kids about middle school.
Yeah, I was already in college.
And the main actors, the cast of that show from 20 years ago, have been on a huge campaign.
I have seen that.
They're on a huge campaign to try to get
a remake or a reboot.
And Lindsay Shaw, the lead actress, went on a massive rant on Instagram Live or some shit where she was like, Spider-Man gets as many shitty remakes for their movies as like much as they want, but we can't get a reboot on a beloved kids TV show. And the person that I was watching that was talking about this in the video.
Wait, you know who really loves that kind of stuff?
Who?
The studios. They love when you talk shit about
them.
Oh,
for sure.
And you bang them
so
publicly.
The person that I was watching make the video made the point where he was like, yeah, Spider-Man gets like a new remake every couple of years. You know why? Because every time they pull one out, it makes $1 billion.
Well, also,
no one gives a shit about your remake of a kids' TV show from 20 years ago.
Yeah. Also, Sony has to make a movie after a certain time, because if they don't, they leave the project on the shelf.
Yeah.
Then it reverts back to Marvel, and they don't want to do that because it's arguably one of Marvel's biggest moneymakers.
For sure. For some reason, Spider-Man is like the number one superhero.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Steven's also back there like, yeah, duh.
Yeah. So that's
all right.
That's not a hot take at all. That's just a fact.
So your final ratings on this? What do you do? Arbitrary rating system.
Arbitrary. This is what you've all been waiting for. Our arbitrary rating system. You want to know so bad right now what we think about this movie. Should you not watch it? Should you watch it?
Keep going.
You have one about. I get confused about watching it in theaters because a lot of the movies we review are not in theaters. You can't watch them in theaters anymore. So.
But if you had the option to,
you have the option to watch in theater. Watch in theater. Rewatchable and own it. I would say this is. I feel like this is just a movie that if you could then you should watch it in theaters. That's my rating on that. I personally
did you watch it in theaters?
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
I
watched it on an airplane.
Yeah, I watched it opening night. Maybe that's why you don't like it as much.
I also had to take a break because I was changing flights in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, I see. And dude, here's the thing about movies: the environment, like if you watch it in theaters, and also the crowd of people that you're watching it with, can heavily affect your view of the movie. Which is why I love game night so much, and you don't.
Yeah. Oh man, you just reminded me. I watched Call Me by Your Name in theaters.
Oh yeah.
With a bunch of old people who had no idea what it was about.
Yeah. And how did that
It was me and like 40 old people. I'm talking like 70s, 80s.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like around your age.
Like 30s, yeah.
Mid 30s.
And my God, was that an experience for all of us. I had no idea what the movie was about. I walked in because I was like, yeah, I haven't seen this one yet. And oh my God. I think I saw half of those old people waddle out.
Yeah.
70% of the way through the movie.
Imagine that same crowd in Hereditary. in the theater.
So funny you say that. I also saw Hereditary in that same movie theater.
With a bunch of old people.
Surrounded by a bunch of, they were all people you would expect to go see a horror movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
that one couple with their like kid that should be nowhere near that movie.
Yeah.
Especially in San Antonio. There's some random like you look down the road, there's like 6 and 7-year-old kids over there like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yes. And I love seeing it every time, and I love seeing the parents' reactions when something happens. My dad, actually, there's a musical called Avenue Q, which is just like Sesame Street if it were adults. You know what I'm talking about, right? And so it came to San Antonio like forever ago, and my dad went to go see it twice with friends, and he said both times, because the show starts, and it's like very unassuming, very like Sesame Street-y open, and like 2 minutes into the first song, one of the characters says, "Fuck!" And you can watch like a row of parents and their kids walk out at that moment every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say watch the movie.
Yeah. I think
that's my rating.
Yeah, I think it has to. That one's one that you have to watch in the theaters for the production of it all.
Probably, yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah, that's Spider-Man Far From Home.
Bye.
Well, let me say my thing.
Oh, sorry.
We hope your day is everything Jim did me and more. Catch you in the next one.
Hey, full-time MFers. You like this video? You sure did. If you liked it, maybe you should share it with your friends. Maybe like the video and subscribe.
If we were you, that's what we would do. If I was watching this,
I'd be all over that.
Like, and I'd hit that share, and then I would hit that subscribe in that order.
Yeah. There's also another video that's popped up. YouTube thinks you like this one, so you should watch that one now.
See you next time.